You cannot claim the medicine. A recent executive order is now going to make Ibogaine available to the American public. Listen carefully, because what is happening now has happened before. They say they have discovered something, a breakthrough, a treatment, a cure. They call it Ibogaine. But Ibogaine is not new. Ibogaine is not theirs. Ibogaine is not a trend moving through markets and ministries. Ibogaine is memory. It is spirit. Ibogaine is light. It is root. It is soil. It is the sacred voice of the forest speaking through the initiated body. And long before laboratories, before clinical trials, before policy announcements and presidential signatures, there were people who knew this medicine, who did not take it lightly, who did not take it alone, who did not take it without preparation, without guidance, without consequence, without prayer. In the lands we called Gabon, Cameroon, even Benin, this medicine lived inside a system, its own eco-theology, a system of ancestors, a system of discipline, a system of knowing who you are before you dare ask what you seek. And now they're coming. Not for the system, not for the people, not for the ancestors. They come for the molecules, the molecular science. They take the root and its hairs and leave the tree. They take the compound and abandon the covenant. I recall a voodoo song that says, "The canary is here, but who will hold its secrets? Canary la sa capote jevoa oba denier. But sac vide pas camper. An empty bag doesn't stand." As our connaissance, they take it, they call it progress, but we know better. We've heard it before. It is the language of extraction, of translation without permission, of taking what is sacred and commodifying it. Listen. At the very moment they open their doors to take this medicine, they close their borders to the people who carry it. African knowledge may enter, African bodies may not. I'll say it again so no one misunderstands. The medicine is welcomed. The people are denied. And still, they speak of healing. But what is healing without justice? What is treatment without truth? What is a cure that forgets its source? We have seen this before with tobacco, once sacred, now a global affliction. With cannabis, criminalized in our communities, commodified in theirs. With peyote, with ayahuasca. Each time, it's the same story. The ceremony is stripped, the context is sold, the people are remembered only when convenient. And so I ask, when Ibogaine enters your clinics, who will speak for the forest? When it moves through your markets, who will answer to the ancestors? And when profit is counted, who will count the cost? Because this isn't only about medicine. This is about power, about who defines knowledge, about who is recognized as an authority, about who is seen and who is rendered invisible. Ibogaine does not belong to the systems now trying to control it. It belongs to a lineage, to a people, to a cosmology that does not separate healing from responsibility. So, hear me clearly. You cannot claim the medicine while excluding the people. You cannot isolate the compound and pretend spirit will not follow. You cannot build a future on the same foundations that broke the past. We stand at a threshold, my people. This is like vast territory. There's a threshold not just of science, but of conscience. And the question is simple. Will this be another story of extraction? You know what I'm talking about. They extracted our bodies. They extracted our gold. They extracted our oil, and now taking our rare earths. Shall this pattern continue? Or will this be the moment we finally learn to honor what was never ours to take, let alone theirs, right? The ancestors are watching. The leaves are listening, and the wind carries the messages. Let's hold that to heart. Kanayala sakapote jevoa oba denye